we're still, it's just gonna kill Tim, but we're still having a debate right now because we have a couple guys on offense that we can go with, and that's kind of a hard call right now. You know, defensively, we're leaning toward Kyle right now, but I'd like to wait before I make.
We could release that later.
Yeah.
So why don't we start then with some comments, some general comments, and then we'll follow with questions.
Just again, good game. Certainly, it's always good when you win a big conference game. I felt like we really played well offensively. I thought defensively too. I mean, I knew North Texas was a very potent offense, and of course Mason Fine's a guy that we've had the utmost respect for. And again, that was I thought we played pretty well on pretty much all areas. We got a couple plays we'd like to have back. We want to be better in special teams. I felt like that was a phase we didn't do as well in. I felt like we won the offensive defensive phase. I didn't feel like we played as well special teams, so we'll address that for sure. But it was a good win. Now we got to move on to another big game with another really good football team. So again, it's Conference USA play. Pat and Tim are gonna love this statement, but here we go again. You know, I mean, it's another tough opponent and a team that has our respect. Gotta have a good week.
Coach, how have you seen that offensive staff work together this year?
I just think they work together extremely well, Pat. They're a bunch of great guys. They get along. I think Buster's doing a great job with those guys. You got Scotty and Ryan, and, Chris, and everybody, Reed. Everybody gets along well there, and they all work together well. And just like I've said it, I'm blessed to have a bunch of good men on our staff, offensively and defensively. So again, just a great bunch of guys and great football coaches.
Coach, at the end of the game, you guys were really able to grind it out on the ground, running the football, maybe something you hadn't been able to do earlier. Can you talk about the progression of the offensive line and what you saw there?
Well, I felt like, and I've been pretty vocal about this, I really felt like we run the ball when we needed to, and I felt like we've done that all year. There's a couple games I think we've run it out pretty good. So again, I think they're doing a great job. I think and there's continuity there, and I think those guys have played well all season. So I haven't had any issue. They've blocked well. They've decked well. And again, DeMichael is really finding his niche in there and made some great cuts. And so again, really proud of those guys. They're fighting hard.
You got a lot of folks out of receivers, so obviously a lot of options. But Jordan Mitchell didn't play.
Yeah, we held Jordan. But Jordan's a guy. You'll see Jordan back in action.
How would is Jack an extension of Buster on the field? I mean, how would you say that kind of work?
I think they have a great relationship, but I think so do all our quarterbacks with Buster. I just think, and Jack's a cerebral guy, Pat, he is, and he's a guy that, again, he understands football, and I think that's always a big thing at the quarterback position. So, but they definitely work well together, and I think Jack's really growing as a football player.
What kind of liberties does he get at the line of scrimmage? Is he allowed to make his own checks?
Jack gets quite a few liberties. Jack's a smart football player.
In this run against Louisiana Tech, is there one consistent theme that you've noticed from your team that y'all have done really well against these guys?
Each year, Pat, each year is a different fight. I mean, we know we're playing an outstanding football team, and last year doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Each fight's a new fight, a new year, and I think we're mature enough, and we better be mature enough to understand that doesn't matter. We got to get ready to play a good football team, and we got to prepare well and play well.
What did you think? Did you think that defense did one of its best job in terms of getting to the quarterback?
I do. I think they played well. I mean, again, I think it might have been their season low, as far as. But I mean, like we talked about Saturday night, you play North Texas, you really don't go in that saying, okay, they're not going to cross the 50-yard line today. I mean, their quarterback has been too good for too long. So, like I said, there's a player or two, Pat, I'd love to have back that, that they got the one touchdown on the wheel route on the sideline. We had missed assignment, but other than that, I thought, hey, give Fine credit. A couple passes he put right in there, and that's what good quarterbacks do. So I thought we covered well.
Coach, talk about the atmosphere Saturday and how your team fed off the crowd.
Again, it was a great atmosphere at the Rock. I think that's always important. It's a 12th man when it's Rock and it's loud, and we've certainly, I know our players love having everybody out there, and it's like I said, it's an extra player on the field at times for our football team. So I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Maybe they had an extra Bud Light or two up there in the stands, but I think it's been great. And again, we love the enthusiasm and the excitement the crowd brings.
What have you noticed about this Louisiana Tech team?
Pat, they're very similar to what you see every year. Well coached, good football team. There's no secret to the success they've had. They've always been a good team in this conference, and Coach Hopson and his staff do a great job. And so again, we know we're playing a good football team. There's no doubt about it. And same old.
Quarterback there, Jack leaves. He gets the nod. Jack transfers, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think you're going to have to calm Jack down a little bit this week? Or?
Well, no, I don't. I mean, Jack, we played last year, and at the end of the day, it's a big game because it's the next game, and it's a big conference game, and I know Louisiana Tech's approaching it the same way. It is what it is, but again, we understand. Like I said, every year is a different challenge and a different football team, and Louisiana Tech's a good football team. They're 5-1, so you have to understand we're playing a good team, and so it's another big conference game, and so we understand what we're facing.
Overall health kind of coming in.
I think we came out well Saturday, so hopefully we'll gain another guy or two back. I think we're slowly creeping, inching that way back, getting healthy. So hopefully we'll get them all back healthy soon.
Best game by the O-line?
That's a hard one, Tim.
I thought they protected well.
They did. They did. I thought they played well at Troy too. Maybe so. It'd be fair to say, if not, it'd be one top two.
What about the linebackers with Booth back?
Makes a difference, I tell you. I think Rakeem he's kind of our defensive leader, and he's a guy that, again, he's such a cerebral player. He sets the table, and I really felt like, he and Swayze played really well Saturday. So, again, it's always, we lost Rakeem really when he got hurt at that Alcorn game, that's when he got banged up, and then we got to Troy in like the first play or first drive. He was out for the next 3 weeks or whatever. So certainly, defensively it's good to get your leader back out there on the field, and Rakeem's a guy that again is a really good football player, smart football player. You see a difference before we went out there.
What do you think about the defensive line's ability to get pressure, but also kind of keep Fine pretty much hemmed up in the pocket?
I've really felt like all year long that Delmon and DeMario, those guys have played really well. Kids played well too. John got some good pressures. You look at even Terry had a nice third down pressure. But again, inside those guys have played well.
What's allowed Coker Wright to play so early and just?
Pat, he kind of, I said this, so he reminded me a lot of Travis. He's just, he's smart. He's already physically developed, smart, strong, just tough football player. And Coker was that guy that, he was a top priority for us in recruiting. And when he chose to be a Golden Eagle, we were extremely happy. But I saw a lot of the same similarities in him and Trace. And of course, he got hurt right off the get-go too. That first game, he actually started for us, first game of the season. He got hurt, so he's been out for a few weeks. So getting him back in the mix helps too. So again, that gets us more depth and more flexibility up front on the offensive line.
Did we get any time off for the birthday?
No, the sandwich came by. Family came out for about 5 minutes. Sandwich, but Sunday's a busy day.
Put a candle in the sandwich, or?
No. Get so old now, like I'll be able to see the cat.
Whack covered sandwich.
That's right. That's right.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.